Hi everybody, Peggy Hubbard here. Installation of Straight Talk. Today is January 2nd. Happy New Year, 2018. We are off to a rip-roaring start. Let me tell you what's going on, which is unbelievable. I was banned from Facebook 30 days ago. I've only been back on Facebook since the 28th of December. I have now been banned by Facebook yet again for 30 more days. Apparently, someone did not take kindly to the post that I wrote in the video that I did. One of those videos was regarding the Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, about how this reverse racism is taking hold in our American culture. And the reversal of white privilege, black privilege, where she took a first-class seat from a woman who paid months in advance on United Airlines. Now, United Airlines was wrong for caving in to do this, and they should have stood by their ticket holder who paid for her ticket, who was a civil rights activist and who is white. So someone didn't take kindly to that video. Then the piece that I wrote about the BuzzFeed 37 things that white folks mess up. I came up with 48 things that black folks ruin for white folks. So I reversed it and gave it back. Someone took offense to what I wrote as well as the video that I did regarding that. So this morning, I got notified by Facebook that, yes, I'm going to be banned for another 30 days. So I will not be back on Facebook until February 2nd. Now, free speech in this country is under attack. If you're a conservative like myself, a member of the NRA, former law enforcement, former government employee, former military veteran, Navy veteran, and it's all for Christian values, you're under attack. You don't have the option or the luxury of having free speech. It's like the Gestapo, if you will, where you have to tiptoe around and build secret clubs and secret groups just to talk about your political views, your religious views, anything you want to talk about. If it does not fit the left's agenda, America, then you are under attack. I am under attack. I have a YouTube channel, so I'm going to try to step away from Facebook and build my own channel and put my own videos out there and start blogging on my own page, because this has gotten pretty ridiculous. As long as you are pro-Muslim, you're pro-gay, you're anti-Christian, you are so far left, you have the free reign on Facebook to say whatever you want. But as soon as somebody like me come along and start putting their views out there for everybody to see and hear, then there's a problem. Your views are not welcomed. Your agenda is not considered to them to be what they want. So they will silence you at all costs. And they did it again. I've only been back on Facebook 3 days, and now I'm hit with another 30-day ban. Now, the video that I was going to do on Facebook today was regarding California. And what's going on in California is this. California just came up with a new requirement for their students. And what that is, and I'm reading it right now, and what that entails is, if you, as a California resident, if your child is in grade school, it is now the law that your child has to take classes regarding homosexuality. They have to take classes under LBQT, whatever the acronym is for that. You have to allow your child to sit in these classes and be indoctrinated with the gay lifestyle. Now, mind you, I have friends that are gay, and I love them and they love me. But they feel the same way that I do, and they're conservatives. They feel the same way as I do. Why is it? Why is it that the school system is taking upon themselves to indoctrinate our children in a lifestyle that they as parents may not agree with? I remember in high school that I had to have my parents sign a permission slip to allow me to take sex ed classes in school. My grandmother, being the staunch Catholic that she was, and being raised in a single parent household, my grandmother signed the paper saying, no, this is something that I do not believe in. This is something that should be discussed by the parents with the child. And you, my girl, are going to take another class. You're not going to take this because this is something that belongs in the household, and parents need to raise their children to their wishes and to their values. So my grandmother put me in another class. She had that right and option. In California, you don't have that right and option to opt out of this gay, lesbian, trans, queer, transgender classroom. It is mandatory that your child take these classes. Now, is it mandatory that African American history is taught in schools? No, that's not mandatory. Is it mandatory that American history be taught in our American high schools? No, it's not mandatory. If they're teaching this and saying it's okay, why don't we go a step further and teach the Bible? Where in the Bible it says man should marry woman. Why don't they teach that? But see, they can't teach that because of the fact that it's a separation of church and state. So they can't teach that. Basically, what California is doing, America, is they're taking away the parental rights away from the children, families. They're taking the parental rights away from the parents. They're not allowing the parents to raise their children the way they want to raise them. We're going to insist, make it mandatory for children to be indoctrinated in homosexual lifestyles, which is wrong. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong to be a homosexual. I'm saying to put an agenda forward like this is not only wrong, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. It really is. Now, these little kids don't have a clue. Some of them haven't even been talked to by their parents regarding sex. Why take that away from the parents? You wonder why California is on fire? You wonder why California is having mudslides and all these natural disasters? Maybe because God doesn't like what he sees in California. You're taking away parents' rights to raise their children in accordance to what they believe in. So if you feel that way, California, why don't you take it a step further, and why don't you start paying some of these house notes for these parents, or putting food on the table, or clothes on their back? You're taking away their rights, then you should be paying their bills as well. If I was a parent right now in the California school district and I had a child that was in the California school district, and you're telling me as a parent that it is mandatory and I cannot opt my child out of such a class, I would sue. I would get a group of parents together that feel the same way as me, and I will file a class action lawsuit against the state of California, because essentially you're taking away my rights to raise my child the way I should raise my child. It's not right. It's not fair. This is what they're doing in California right now. But the left doesn't want us to talk about this. The left does not want us to view our concerns. And maybe that's why Facebook keeps removing me, because I keep asking these questions And I keep throwing these concerns out there. And maybe that's a threat to the left. Maybe I am a threat to the left. Because I am saying things that people want to say but can't say and are afraid to say. You're essentially taking the rights away from parents and indoctrinating these children in a culture that is just not right for you to do. It's not right. So if you're going to throw out that lifestyle, what's going to be next? It's going to be okay to be a pedophile? It's okay for that? So let's take it another step further. It's okay for 70-year-old men to marry 6-year-old girls? So where does it end, California? You had natural disasters, fires, landslides. Kate Steinle died at the hand of an immigrant. You have opened up the state of California and gave sanctuary to immigrants, and you wonder why your state is on fire. Maybe God is trying to tell you something. That it's not natural what you're doing. You're taking parental controls away from the parents and indoctrinating them in something that some of these parents may not even believe in. It's not right. Are you going to teach them about heterosexuality, man and woman, Black history? That's not mandatory. American history is not mandatory. So why are you making this mandatory? America, there's a hidden agenda. There is something going on with the left. They're losing across the board on everything. Everything. They're losing control. And now they're attacking our children, the most vulnerable children. And we have got to protect them. It's not right to take away control from the parents and tell them that you don't have a say on how you raise your children. I'm going to look into options of coming off of Facebook altogether, building me a website, building me a page, and getting the message out there to America. It's time for all of us to start standing up and speaking out. You might have taken down my Facebook page, but you can't take down Peggy Hubbard. My resolve is bigger than yours. This is Peggy Hubbard, giving everyone the straight talk. Everyone be good to each other. Hope to talk to you all soon. Take care.